Hey Melrose Buds, it's me, Black Rose. I got new glasses and I really like them. I also did my makeup today for no apparent reason. And I kind of wanted to tell you some of the stuff that's been going on with my former partner. So, we were trying to stay friends. Sorry if the camera's wiggly, I'm trying to walk. I kind of cut my foot on some glass today. But we were going to stay friends after the breakup, try and keep things good between us. And what ended up happening was, well, okay, so what happened was I went over to their house one day to help them set up some fish tanks for some new betas they got. And it was only about a week after we had broken up, and I realized that I wasn't emotionally ready. And so I cried a little bit. And I was like, I'm sorry, I just kind of still miss what we had. I'm not necessarily over it. They're like, okay, that's fair. And I went home that night. And then the drama all started. Their friend, who used to be a friend of mine, messaged me accusing me of guilt-tripping them because I cried when we broke up. And being a terrible person because of this. And after a while, I was just like, you know what, I'm done. And they're just like, oh, done being a terrible person, about damn time. And it's just, jeez. And I'm talking back and forth with my ex at this point. It's like, why didn't you tell me you were feeling this? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make you feel bad. And they're being like, oh, I thought you had enough common sense to figure out what you were doing. It's like, I have not talked to you at all since the breakup, except for that day. And the only thing we haven't exchanged is I either said, I don't want to talk to you right now, when they asked how I was holding up, or I didn't, reply or anything. And that kind of stuff. So that was a whole ordeal. Lots of stress there. I blocked the friend of theirs, and we talked through it together, and it's like, okay, we're going to be civil to each other. We're not going to be spending a lot of time with each other right now. We just won't talk for a little bit, but we'll be civil for our mutual friends. Then the next day, one of their other friends, messaged me and be like, hey, I told your ex that you two were a mistake because I liked you. Do you think you'd ever have feelings for me? I'm like, I don't really want a date right now. I mean, you are attractive and all. And it's like, cool, can I take you on a date sometime? I was like, I was in shock, so I was like, sure, maybe. And we were FaceTiming, and I heard my ex come into the room, even though this friend had said they hadn't talked to them in a while. And they're like, who are you talking to? And then my ex texts me, he's like, why are you talking to my girlfriend? I'm like, what? And they're like, oh yeah, I broke up with you for this person, even though the original reason they gave me was they wanted to work on their own mental health. Oh, jeez, I need to take a break. Okay, so, and what happened after that was basically their friend was messaging me like, come on, they used us both. Let's get back at them. Let's hurt them. And it's like, no. The whole time I'm just like, no, I don't want to hurt them. I don't want to hurt them. I still care about them. I still care about them. I don't want to hurt them. And then at the end, they're just like, yo, it's me and other friend from the day before. We were just messing with you. Stop being an overdramatic female dog and grow up. So I'm just like, excuse me? I'm the one that needs to grow up? What? And then yesterday, they called me and apologized. And it's like, it wasn't my idea. It was these two's idea. I went way too far. I'm like, okay, I appreciate the apology. I don't accept it. I'm still hurt. But I appreciate it a lot. And maybe eventually we can be friends again. And they're like, yeah. And then both of my two best friends are also friends with them because I was dating them. My two best friends made friends with them to make sure everything was going to be okay. And I had let them know what was going on as it happened. Actually, my best friend, Jocelyn, who you might remember as the zombie from Screamfest, if you watched that video, 11 at night, she drove over here to pick me up. She does have her license, so don't worry about that. She drove over here at 11 p.m., picked me up, brought me over to her house, and I slept over there, and she made me feel a lot better. And so my ex called these two friends of ours that knew what was going on. Well, there was more than two of them, our friends that knew what was going on, but called these two, messaged some of the others, apologizing. Then later that night, which this happened just yesterday for me, not sure when this video is going up, they're just like, you know what? I hope you're happy now, to me. And I just messaged the group like, does anyone know what's going on? They won't reply to me. And Jocelyn's like, they want to kill themselves. I've got them on the phone and I'm trying to handle it right now, but they want to kill themselves because they think none of us want to be their friend anymore. I'm like, what? And Jocelyn just said, when they called me to apologize, I said, my friend had said, oh, well, I don't accept your apology until you can prove to me that this stuff isn't going to happen anymore, which is fair. At this point, my ex's words honestly kind of mean nothing to me anymore. It's just a lot to deal with right now. Like, first a funeral, and then a breakup, and then my mom's getting really sick all within the span of a week, and it's too much to deal with, like, mentally wise, I think. Like, I honestly am just having a bit of a hard time processing it all. And then today, I think it's ended. They texted me this morning being like, hey, I've been thinking about what's going on. I'll be civil with you for D&D, because we're all nerds and play Dungeons & Dragons. I'm the one that got them into it, for crying out loud. And it's like, but I don't want to communicate with you anymore. I don't want to talk to you anymore. I'm just like, I texted back, sounds like a plan. That was fine. That's the plan I had anyway. Because I don't really want this kind of stress in my life anymore. It's like, throughout our relationship, there was 3 separate times they developed feelings for other people. And then they begged for me back. And then they told me afterwards, oh, those were hints I wanted to break up. Then why did you fucking beg? Oh no, I swear, I'm gonna get demonetized, even though I was never monetized. But yeah. One thing that also really irks me is they said I put no effort into the relationship. I sold my artwork to raise money for their knee surgery. I tried my damn hardest to plan dates, but they always shot my ideas down. I sacrificed a lot of time to spend with them when they needed me. Canceling plans, and it's like, I'm just, it's like, I don't get why they're mad at me right now when they've been doing this stuff to me. It's frustrating. I really don't know what's going on anymore. It's like a week before we broke up, they said stuff like that they wanted to marry me someday. And now there's all this stuff. It's a lot to deal with. I'm no saint in this situation. There's definitely stuff I could have done differently or not done at all throughout our relationship, but I don't think any of it warranted this kind of treatment. This video is getting a bit long, so I'll end it here, though. And let me know what you guys think. If you think I deserved it for crying at a breakup, if you think they're being the dick, if you think I'm being the dick, if you think we're both guilty, there's no guilt, let me know. Anyways, bye guys, rock on and goodbye.